Just hours before the world stood on the edge of a full-scale war, something unexpected unfolded very quietly behind the scenes. While Donald Trump he was issuing strong and final warnings, suggesting that a massive escalation was imminent, a very different deployment was taking shape away from the public eye. Ladies and gentlemen, the tension was at its peak. The stakes they were enormous, and yet in that critical moment, silence, not noise, it began to shape the outcome. Inside Iran, a crucial shift reportedly took place. For the very first time since the conflict began, Mojtaba Khamenei is believed to have signaled a willingness to move towards negotiations. This was not done through any public statement or official announcement, but it was done through discreet, behind-the-scenes communication, often referred as back-channel messaging. Now, these quiet signals suggest that Iran was open to stepping back, at least temporarily, from the brink of a larger confrontation. Now, think about the timing here. The timing of this development, it is what is making it particularly striking. On one side, there were escalating threats and public pressure. On the other, a silent but strategic move towards de-escalation. This contrast highlights how modern conflicts, they are not just fought openly, but they are also shaped by decisions that are made in private, where a single message, it can alter the course of events. Soon after, a ceasefire announcement changed the trajectory of the whole situation. The breakthrough was first revealed by Shahbaz Sharif, bringing Pakistan into a key diplomatic role. The agreement introduced a 2-week truce, effectively pausing a conflict that had been intensifying rapidly and raising a lot of fear of a wider regional war. A significant part of this understanding involved Iran agreeing to ensure safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global energy route. Now, this particular decision, it carries global implication, as any disruption in this narrow waterway, it can impact oil route, oil supply, their prices, economic stability worldwide. By allowing transit, Iran is kind of signaling a willingness to ease one of the most important pressure points in the conflict. Now, the sequence of events, it raises important question about what truly led to the ceasefire. Was it the result or mounting pressure, a strategic pause, or a calculated decision to avoid a larger and more destructive confrontation? Ladies and gentlemen, the reality, it lies somewhere in between, reflecting the complex nature of geopolitical decision-making.